Oh, Plat 2 Ana direct from Diamond 1 just can't win anymore. I'm at my wit's end. I generally don't know what's going on. I took 2-week break from playing support to focus on DPS. I come back and I can't win a single game anymore. I can recognize the games where I was clearly lacking in performance, can VOD review them and improve from it, but I keep having games like these when I'm just at a loss. Please tell me what I need to do in my games. I know stats don't matter, but I generally keep up with healing and always do a ton of damage. Let's see the stats. Oh, the classic, let me show you one game that I performed good. Therefore, for some reason, every game's like that. Let me show a screenshot that I do amazing. Which, by the way, isn't that amazing. Considering the rank, it's good. It's above average. But, like, he has the lowest kills, which on Ana it seems natural. But somebody that plays way better than everyone else, I expect to have more kills. Damage is okay. It seems like it was a very long game based on the other people damage, but, you know. A lot of it could also be on the tank. Let's see what everyone else saying. I watched most of the replay and your gameplay is just typical Plat Ana. You do take a bit more aggressive angles than most Plat supports, but your cooldown usage is atrocious. Sleep and Nade are always super powerful to throw them down a lane into full HP opponents. You repeatedly use Sleep down a lane hoping to randomly hit someone. Nothing happens because the enemy is far from any danger, and then you don't have the cooldown when you actually could use it to secure a kill or save yourself for a teammate. Same with Nade. You do take aggressive angles, which is pretty good, particularly with the enemy team. Lets you do that, but then just chuck your nade across the map and hope something happens. On the second round, onward become particularly egregious. You naded full HP or Risa multiple times, who of course just fortifies and easily survives. You also hardly use it defensively, which is, by the way, using defensive nade is not good, which could be help you save your teammate a few times. If you hit your nades, by the way, and hit purples, most of the time you don't even need to heal people because they're not going to take so much pressure. You need to have purpose with your cooldowns. Ana, you take way too long to recover, just spam them like that. Save nades, save people who actually secure kills. I'm getting conflicting advice of cooldown usage. When I was into the game, I was told to be proactive in my cooldowns and use them whenever I happen to create an immediate advantage rather than saving them in hopes that my teammates create advantage to capitalize on. Same way, so he's correct. You should be proactive with your cooldowns. However, that doesn't mean that throwing it on a full HP tank. And by the way, when it was showing his scoreboard, what did I say? He's probably shooting the tank a lot to farm damage. Okay, actually, let's look at the bot. I wonder. Ah, that is me? Okay. We got the guy from Reddit on here. Already can tell you. Not enough damage. How could you possibly know that? First 1 second, hiding and healing full HP targets. I know there's not enough damage. Probably. But, well, you know, I'll give it a benefit of the doubt. No reason to heal a tank. That must sting. Nading the tank. Full HP tank with a shield. Not gonna do much. So, even before observing, what did I say? Probably shooting the tank too much. And probably using his nade on things that get low value, like full HP tank with cooldown. Sleep was alright. Don't mind. Don't hate it. Was it great? No, but it's better than nothing. No reason to heal that hazard so much. Two were good. What you should do here, go left side, create an off angle, bam, 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 bam. Kiriko shoot, throw nade here, but we're gonna find out what's gonna happen. Okay, I like it. I already like it. Oh, that sucks. I mean, it was a good play. The problem is that you decided to use a sleep instead of a nade before when the shield was not looking at you. Here, they don't look. Grenade. If you hit a nade, if it Hanzo one time, it probably dies there. If it would have some nice follow-up. Now I need to heal. I like the angle though. Nice angle. See, that was good. That was good. That's value. That's value. The problem is they're playing very, very, very passive. You hit a good nade. Enemies are pulling back. What do you do? Stay in the same room. You're not doubling down the aggression. You hit a really good nade. You won't double down the aggression after good nades. He got Suzud. However, it doesn't matter. You go back. Boom. You take this angle. Actually, you can even walk over here. But let's find out. This healing doesn't do anything. While you're walking, you can heal these people. Healing, 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 healing. So it's been a minute, and I think you shot the enemies maybe like 2-3 times, and most of the damage was on a tank. Not sure what. Waiting, I guess. Okay, sleep here is good. You missed. Nade here is good. However, instead of nading a tank, you should have let the tank cross, so he can't even shield you or do this, and just throw a nade on the backline. Could have easily 3-tap. The damage, however, is good. Using cooldowns is kind of like, it's not a bad to use cooldowns, but all of your cooldowns but one was on the tank. That was good, but where's the follow-up damage? Come on, man. It was a good nade. Good nade, but you need to follow-up damage. Throw a nade and then... Oh, wait, why do I have the 5? I need to do these. Wait. Hey, guy. Here we go. Look at that nade. Shoot! Thank you. But, like, that was so late. Could have get a kill. So I can already tell you what the problem is. The problem is that in your mind, you do damage. However, you don't do enough damage. You also do damage. Like, you do damage for 1 second, and then you stop for, like, 20 seconds. That's the problem. And then gives you the illusion that you actually do damage. And most of your nades and sleeps, it's not even my team can't follow up on these nades and sleep. I would never advise someone to do something so his team can follow up. It's rather you hit the nade, you should be able to follow up. The problem is you use your nades and you can't follow up on anything because you either do it on full HP tank, or when you actually hit the nade on somebody, you're playing super passive, you don't even shoot. Like when you throw a nade and hit somebody, try to do damage. But you're spamming heals all the time. It seems like you're trying to keep everybody at full HP all the time, which is fundamentally not so good a way to play. Your hazard's gonna be fine here. Look, you don't heal the hazard. Look, he's fine. He's fine. He's fine. See? Nade here is good. See? That's value. Hit a nade on a squishy, try to follow up with a damage. That is good. That is a nade. That is how you should play. Nano was alright. And again, you spam heals, This guy is nanoed. He has a block, he has half HP. By the time they kill him, it's gonna be fucking Easter again. Gotta follow up with damage. You healed him a couple times initially, but you see, you make an offensive play and you don't follow up on the offensive play. You hit a nade, you don't follow up with damage. You hit a nano, you don't follow up with damage. What was that? Sleep. 360 no scope. You see, you hit a nade and then you hesitate and then you damage, which is okay. You missed some shots, not a big deal. Do you not want to heal him unless there's armor? No, it doesn't really matter. Yes, armor is good, but you don't want to heal him every time he doesn't have armor. Because if you shoot at somebody that is a Winston jumping, the likelihood of getting a kill is very high. And then he can buy you way more time to heal him anyways. I don't hate the cooldowns, but again, you just see a tank, you throw it on a tank. Even if you hit the tank, okay, he's using a shield, whatever. If you hit a nade and then you do what? So look, where's that guy? He was here in the chat. Are you still here? Redditor, you're still here, Mr. Reddit? Okay, so do you notice that every time you throw a nade, but there's no follow-up? You're throwing a nade, but there's no follow-up. You throw a nade, you hit like backline, and then you just heal. So the idea is that you don't want to throw nades so other people follow up. Why? Because you can't trust on anybody to follow up on anything that you do. Every man is for himself when you're playing ranked, right? What at the very least when you use your cooldown, you should follow up on them. Every time you throw a nade, it's like you're doing this, team kill them, right? That's what you're doing. When in reality, you throw a nade, big hit, bam, 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 bam. Actually, like, don't think you're playing poorly. I like your angles. I like that, like, the aggressive angles that you take. I think this is way too aggressive. Don't get me wrong. Most of the time, you're right. See, that's value. You see, that's the plays that I'm looking for. I think you played it a little bit too aggressive. You got away with it because this is flat. However, I don't hate it. I think it was a good nade, and then you shot. And surprise, surprise, when you nade people that are not a full HP tank and you shoot, all of a sudden characters die. Do you notice? Do you notice, Fishit? Every time you nade people that are not the tank, that is full HP, it's okay to nade, by the way, a tank. But when he has all of his cool and his full HP, just the likelihood of kills is very low. Doesn't mean that you never throw a nade on a tank. But I like how you're being proactive with the cooldowns, but there's a very big difference to when you use your nade and you follow up, then you just like use your nade and expect other people to follow up. And there's a very, very big difference. Every time you actually follow up with a nade, you get so much value. Nice sleep as well. I was so scared you gotta fall off the map. I'm not kidding. That was a rush nade. You panic naded, but got confused there a bit. But I like the angle. Nice. Bam. Bam. You see? Good. You don't worry about keeping everybody at full HP. That nade was good. Why? Because tank was low. And you saved him. Nice cover. You see, like, what I like about you... I have a question. When have you watched my videos? Be honest. Have you watched my videos? Shit. It seems like you did. But I don't have to lie to make myself feel better. Yes, they're the main videos that I watched when I was new. I can tell because you're taking off angles, you're using your cooldowns proactively, utilize natural cover, right? You're doing damage, you're doing healing. The problem is that there's a lot of inconsistencies. So 3 fights, you throw an 8 on full HP tank and then go back to healing somebody that's almost full HP, right? And then you make a play where you throw an 8, hit 3 targets, follow up with the damage, they collapse, die, and then you win the fight. The problem is that you don't do it consistently. You do it one time, and then you do 3 times not so great. And that is why you're having a really hard time ranking up, because you are when your plays are very good, when your plays are when you make the right play, it's very good. It looks good, it looks great. Problem is you don't make that play consistently. So the 2 pieces of feedback is that you don't have to make sure that everybody's full HP all the time. You can do damage. When you see that they're in danger, just heal them. What is danger? Good rule of thumb would say critical, but it's not always critical. And it also, if you have nothing else to do, it's fine to heal. We should always look for damage, and when people are in danger, you should heal them. Why? So they are not going to be in danger anymore. And number 2, it's good that you are proactive with your cooldowns. I saw somebody on the Reddit say, you shouldn't use your cooldowns. Yeah, you shouldn't use your cooldowns on a full HP tank. Most of the time, you actually want to do in squishies, but it's okay to shoot at a full HP tank and throw an 8 if you follow up on that damage. The problem is that you are occasionally follow up on your own nades. You expect your team to follow up on an 8. The problem is that you're throwing your nade when your team is not even up close, and even if they were up close, I wouldn't count anybody to follow up on your nade. The only person that you can count on to follow up on your sleeps and nades is yourself, and that's every time that you throw a nade, you should be ready to follow up. You throw a nade on Kiriko, be ready to shoot. You throw a nade even if it's full HP tank, make sure you shoot. Okay, so every time you throw an 8, make sure you can actually follow up. You should follow up. And number 2, overall, just more consistent damage, less healing people that are full HP. That's all, just more consistency. When I say consistency, I don't mean like hitting more shots. You get what I'm saying? I'm saying making applying the same principles more often every fight. Not one time I'm gonna do damage from the off angle and the other time I'm just gonna sit and heal my team. And that for sure will take you at least a diamond. You see, like the Reddit, the most of the feedback in Reddit, some of it is good, but a lot of it is so kind of vague. You have not good positioning. Okay, but what does it mean?